As an affair yet me who bring us to speed. Dear Nekoso, Patemu. How far? More than fanning in Patemu. Member of Parliament, Javier Sosu. Onune member of Parliament, Sakwano Continua so a demonstration. Yenina Kasa, in fact, Menina Kasa on private basis. Was he and Chebi and Omeba bet DC year and MC year. How far? Ekwano yantumi fa nua ene ya yikra ngusu mane nye motrabo kakra e microphone faso mikofaso na ye bad. Ye ka se baby wo ho a eye man ho a de eguso nyina nye porto se ni nyina it has metamorphosed to man ho. Kopim da ben ene ye beba so ababaye adisi egu ho e complaining. Sa kwane so awko awure mu abonse African president bia be si hotel bi ehye enwure mu ewo sa bia ho sa no enti ne nyina ye be bien phone lines no but answer na no a few sounds me pesa wutie enti temu chuku na nyantobu ase gibre na fitietie we mame ye bop community concern. We are on Sounds of our time.
Press release, the joint press release by the Christian Council of Ghana and the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference. Because these are two very big Christian organizations. Right. And for them to have just given their endorsement meant that there's a certain solidarity of the Christian community against the Muslim community in Ghana.
And for me, we'll get that press statement to read it out.
For me, that is very dangerous. It has made nonsense of all this long period of claim that Muslims and Christians here in Ghana are tolerant of each other. I think it has been just the facade.
Do you think it's been a facade?
I think, in my view, but I have become convinced that we have not been honest with ourselves in the claim that we are really our cooperation with the community. I'm saying from the mind.
On this occasion, I'm just hoping that Sheikh, you are wrong on this. On this occasion, I'm just hoping because I don't want to believe that look, it has been a facade.
It has been a facade because look, for the Christian community not to even show a little consideration. A little consideration.
And even, you mean by the representations?
Even in the presentation, no reference was made to the plea of the National Chief Imam, who has entered into the church on 2 occasions, entered into the church to change a certain perception. You see, what I'm getting the impression is the faster we are trying to de-radicalize the Muslim youth, the greater the Christian community is becoming extremist in the way they are dealing with this matter. That's my impression.
And I'm a radio station, and my Muslims say they should educate the Muslims because Islam is a beautiful religion. But the piano, Yamrantiano, and Toka Omukunti, Omufrize, Islam is a violent religion, which is not true. And I'm a dear Mawomu free of charge. Asha from Sukumase, Mediamo free of charge. Friday, and you make your friend Asarat, and also TV, Mediamo free. Nan we are beton, a Jumawo, Tema, free zones. Workers near 365. Emu 257. Aye is for Muslims. Omuti Ashama. Unuya only one. Unuya anyway. Unuya ni hobia. Wajimia mawa jumaye. Anya unuya ni hobia sabi. Ebi ono kwa solo bako. Anase wanu free ko bako.
Mr. Speaker. Ba mu ba ye. Yenya ye ni tua eyesikedi nkwa. So far, Mr. Speaker, omwankasa ka say tax waiver enye nse Mr. Speaker, sika nkomo betumi e dia ye development omo de $10 million $10 million nkomo de achatata one company $10 million. Mr. Speaker, meanwhile, $10 million way in Quebec to me, the IM Puntujuma, I will enquire bebre. Mr. Speaker, instead of granting tax waiver to one company of $10.4 million, that money could have been used to construct more roads, to construct more schools. But Mr. Speaker, they chose convenience. Mr. Speaker, the year of work said, almost koto aeroplane kasiye ediamo mampeni so fentu kwan. Na wo share aeroplane no buo echo billions, Mr. Speaker, and so and kolani here juma aye and almost koto aeroplane ama omampeni so fentu kwan. And so and can almost say what plane more mampeni and ya the papa.
I inherited a contract worth about $337 million, where some 1.3 million tablets was to be distributed across the country to all free senior high schools in the country so that learners can have access to digital tools. I'm told that deployment of that is around 980,000. We are through GET funds supporting the distribution across the country. But my attention this morning, Mr. Speaker, was drawn to the fact that many of the devices are not customized and the students are using it for other purposes, including pornography, which is not acceptable. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, government is taking a high view of it, and there must be restrictions as to what the tablets can be used for, and it should be used strictly for purpose of study. The curriculum is offloaded onto the tablet. It will facilitate digital learning. Mr. Speaker, we are to be minded that when you are training students, you are training them to be globally competitive, and therefore we have to take investment in digital skills and digital technology and its deployment much more seriously with increased investment. I thank you.
An affront to the dignity or authority of Parliament may arise where a member's conduct A. challenges or disregards a valid act or decision of the House. B. diminishes the institutional authority of Parliament or the Speaker. C. undermines public confidence in the discipline, unity, or dignity of Parliament. Or D. brings Parliament into disrepute before state organs or external bodies. Unlike other specific grounds of contempt set out in the standing orders, this category focuses not on the place where the act occurred, but on its effect. Conduct that conveys the impression that Parliament's decision may be ignored without consequence qualify as an affront to dignity, even if committed outside the presence of the House. Democratic experience across the world teaches that institutions endure not by their formal design alone, but by the conduct of those entrusted with them. The strength of this House, therefore, rests not merely in its constitutional design, but in the consistent respect members accord to its decisions and processes. Honorable members, having reviewed the complaint, the standing orders, and the governing principles, I am satisfied that the matter raised prima facie implicates the dignity and institutional integrity of this House. Pursuant to Order 34.1, I therefore refer the matter, the complaint lodged by the Honourable Member for Bawku Central and a majority leader to the Committee on Privileges and Immunities for examination, inquiry, investigation, and report to the House. The committee is directed to 1. ascertain the relevant facts giving rise to the complaint, including the actions taken by the House and by the honorable member concerned. 2, review those actions taken within the framework of our standing orders and the applicable protocols of the ECOWAS Parliament. 3, determine whether the conduct, if established, constitutes contempt of Parliament or a breach of privilege under Orders 30 and 31A. And 4, make appropriate recommendations to the House for its consideration. In conclusion, honorable members, whatever our political differences, the authority of Parliament rests on a shared commitment to respect its decisions and uphold the integrity of its processes. Allegations that a member has disregarded a decision of this House must therefore be examined with fairness, constitutional fidelity, and a clear regard for the institutional independence of Parliament. I urge the committee to discharge its mandate with diligence, impartiality, and decorum, ensuring that all parties are given a fair hearing. Until the committee completes its inquiry and responds to the House, and reports to the House, I advise honorable members to refrain from public commentary on this matter in order to preserve the dignity and unity of this august House. I thank all of you for your attention.
It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievements, and who at the worst, if he fails, at the least fails while doing greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. To this end, Mr. Speaker, I want to urge my colleagues in the minority that although we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we must fear no evil. Let's remain strong. Refuse to be intimidated. Refuse the subtle culture of silence. Let's soldier on. Victory awaits us.
2028, ebeye den. NDC for nneema omoyem. Soma hu regional minister. Nina mu no ne nkwale di agro nkofo peda semu. Semu enya obi a asantima beka se ye die nie. Obi pade akoso kwa anya na bro. No mbetu mrika ata na chi a abato no be di amai. Ebe di amai. On say President Kufuor yetu abama no e wasante ha esin obia wa be run for president. Adentia ofri hentia enti ya eyi e come say whole region advantage and say wo ko wiase afa na nyina obi obedina so e upper president bia no be dia ofri for no etu abadodo emma no enye tribalism enye bibia sa na nipa suye dan etie
I think the Ghana Kukonwa near Berry. And see, almost beton and cocoa, upon near my brother now. And the Ghana Kuko and your pet. Yet the cocoa is fresh. Yankasa, Yankaso, you couldn't ya process it, your pay and cocoa. Yempe and cocoa, the folks with Mr. Mo. What can I make up with you? Yempe and cocoa folks. Ebi yetini ya akoko no beye afi baako na ehye cold storm e wa abotire asa na omo de aba omo buko nso omo wo ne mpanie ye fe no hormone ye wo no se na beye bafu wo ka se wo wi na mo nso yare na wo ewi egu mu enti bechin fresh akoko no na Ghana ha nyina ye bewe enti na ene ye dia bedu kai na me odidie se sa factory ye be se tem na ye mabunu ni bi enya edwuma ye na factory no abeye inshira ama beche man ene ahafoman ni na medamase
ene anwumri akasa fo ni nyina dodo na akasa ba de ekesi supi ni se honorable Ntim Fojo asins out in time no His Excellency the Vice President, former Vice President of the land, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Adankwamaiha 2016, we were in opposition. Manananuma won't put them when you do the assume yachi or Mampeni Abedi Chirada, a born in a pleco pet. Because what you know, Adankwamaiha. Asins out, Yaji Obibia. The baby, I am a druno. Yaswansio, Yaswansa, Yahuse, Yanamwa. They are catching in and say, Yam Honorable Kennedy, I compare Japomra. Yes, I are cementi. Yes, I are seeing the dishy. No more than you, my pa, or ye. Minuka say, Honorable Kennedy, I compare Japon. Ye pen nursing training. Ama I see me and Sandy, you know, where you don't go. If you go high idea nursing training, I sends out, let us see. I didn't up anyway. Oh, but I sends out. I'm a one to see entire year. The Pam you knew say because question maintain baby say, or ba, or more money coin. Any kind of a threat from here as a former DC, former chairman of that second. I'm going to petition the district commander of police. The Misaka, ideas to be a minister. Honorable Ntim Fojo. Yet you are Ghana ho, you call your mind. Or to me who say, cocaine be, plain be a cocaine free Ghana ha, at the Quaman on it. Sabrin Cosa go to me who say a boon and I say, I'm no. Quaba out, I bet Casa Beclay, eh. You also on necessary tension. Or Peso and Yakasa Kennedy, or Sabia Kennedy to draw for Kennedy, you will be a pass on you. Say, Bouncy and Tina, no Casabia. Until the train say, yes, in South Tra. When for me and send because because Kakasa Mayan, yes, I net ye. Or say mine, you don't get the power. You're so free her. And then you my pack. O ma ocho school fees. O ma do mako soja. Kana ha. He found your back qua. You're not Canadian son with Juma. Over here, when you're my papa. You ready the tea, your tanety, Adamasi.
With the Mobeko 1 Kings 3:16. Ahim for woman, Edikain, Etre miensa. Inchichemu dunsia. Kugrudu. Ehona ohena ye friend Solomon no. Ema mienu pre akwara ho. Oba na ne ba ewu no. Obeka kire ohene se onya den onfa sekan no onya den ontwa akwara ne mu mienu. Na Bible say ohen Solomon Yankopon ma ne nyansa. Otena ase no ohun se nia eye ne ba no ono no wa badaye nti ompese akwala ne ye be den bitwam nti ne oka se da bi me pekroye me ntwam no ono no hin Solomon bu ase akwala yi ne ba odino ye mfema no abribia me ne mudi nkomo se abato breso a fa wani to fom na hwe wonu ma ejina nyina nkomo a omudi
wobɛhu sɛ bi mu nkɔmmɔ no ɛyɛ nkɔmmɔ a ɛde nkabom ne ɛkoroyɛ ne ɛkan kɔ ɛba ebi mu nkɔmmɔ no te sɛ ɔbaa na ɔwɔ Bible no mu sɛ yɛmfa sika nyɛ dɛn yɛntwa akwalaa no mmienu
yɛsɛ ɔmampanin mechanic sɛ ofisɛ obi si a mbɛtumi asɔpɔ so meke sɛ ɔmampanin sɛ wɔn mo a ɔne wɔn ba abaa mu hɔ no onyaa wɔn ɔde wɔn nyinaa bɛyɛ adwuma na ɔde wɔn asan akɔ ne bra ne brɛbɔ so na nka bere aso yɛato abɛwie brɛbɔ so yɛto aba foforɔ sisi ade edin wɔsɛn edin yɛtwa atra yɛn na sɛ wo nana adoda nkwa akufu ado wo se wɔn a wodi wɔn baeɛ no wodi wɔn yɛ adwuma wo kɔ a wodi wɔn akɔ ɛyɛ dia na bawumi ade ɔnkɔ bi bawumi aso wo na wo de ne baeɛ
mam nganya alaje ngane the ton slots na yanjumo wo so ya fa nkrofo 10 enko na wandidi na won me woyi wansem wi a wa ba show no way direct number 1 direct number 1 direct number 1 direct inti na the form na mo no say to mutwirawo omo tinzura ni avia mai msanza tinzura ni avia mai come 31st January yebo gwari asore ntam yebo bebe yebo to aba no akadanye baba 1 eba nwi achi anye baba 1 eba nwi akongo baba 1 eba nwi. Please do yourself a favor, vote for Honorable Kennedy Agyapong for your jobs, for your freedom, and above all for your dignity. Madam Wanase that way na mo wodo na we te wakwa wo gbede urunu aya number 1 Mr.
Toxic language, insults, roll out your programs. Don't insult Kennedy Agyapong. Why are you insulting him? All those who specialize in insults, they will lose. What will romance the ground are your solid ideas.
A few moments later.
Papa bi aka mi sisi a. Na mo ko to chacha. Na ye di papa ekosi United Nations. Samunu mu United Nations a. Oh, Awurade mmerɛ mu ne wiase yɛ ya. Na ade no san ba bie mu a, wo bɛte motherfucker. Ghana for bɛte motherfucker. Ghana for bɛte Awurade Nyankopɔn mampani na ɔka motherfucker. And what is that? But we are a motherfucker. Oh, Awurade. Mr. Mo, yan to chacha.
Fighting guy, cucumbers against me. I didn't even know so a cucumber. That is bad. Politics are yellow. But I've been calm. What I say, I just ignore them. Atachian, come to me and respond. Why I'm not going to respond to Atachian and say, even President Akufo-Addo kura odidi natem Echreme Heathrow Airport say he is not fit to be president. Heathrow Airport. And that time Akufo-Addo won. Intina mwa say when ya kukudro na FAD Akufo-Addo ye the minister okoje. Yeah, but this time first in a choir come first work on wa share them and the filthy words on news and mimical World Bank UN in Samamaka. The filthy words he used to describe Akufo-Addo Chiramewa London Heathrow Airport. And he said, Onukura wanini free krobako. Otimi didi na tem eyewe amedia odidi matemame. I'm nobody. Until I'm not going to respond. But onkai so our conscience onkai asemwa okachiremo Heathrow Airport. Madam, it's so nasty about Akufo-Addo. I've never said me buy and I'm a catching Akufo-Addo. You never have made him a minister. But I didn't say anything. And I'm not responding to anybody. Whether I'm just staying focused. What do I say? I'm staying focused. Where I did distraction. One person here now we can be now only message. Kennedy Japan on your presidential material when you say Sabre I mean say me respond on some expose room almost inefficiencies because they were waiting for Kennedy Japan almost meet your point and say ebedi dimatam emambu funam respond no more use no and they don't have a message. They are not telling Ghanaians what they can do or the delegates what they can do. And you know, my sister, I have a vision, I have a dream for Ghana. And if I'm given opportunity, I speed up with the Ghana for the core development, you have no idea. So when I'm country in the Kakraka, and then we go to Abuka, well, we will serve as our